evaluating the inverse sine of a negative root 3 over 2. So my first step is just rewriting this. It's going to look like sine of theta is equal to a negative root 3 over 2. We're trying to figure out which angle theta gives us a sine value of negative 3 over 2. So what we want to keep in mind is where this angle could possibly be, and our sine angles are going to come from the first quadrant or the fourth quadrant. So it's going to be in one of those two quadrants. So now that we know where the angle could be coming from, let's take a look at what we know. We know that sine of theta is a negative root 3 over 2, and if we want to approach this from SOHCAHTOA, our sine is defined as the opposite side over the hypotenuse. So if we come over here and look at our two special right triangles, is there a triangle that has first a root 3 and a 2 in it? And I notice those sides are both in the 30, 60, 90 triangle, where the root 3 is the opposite side. Now that negative I'm going to deal with in a second, and 2 is the hypotenuse. So is there an angle, which angle has root 3 as the opposite side and 2 is the hypotenuse? So that angle actually is going to be this 60 degrees. So we're going to work with a 60-degree angle. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a 60-degree angle in here. We'll just talk about this for a second. Here's 60 degrees. If we label going around, here's the 1, root 3, and hypotenuse of 2. If we do sine of this 60 degrees right here, we get square root of 3 over 2, which is really close to what we're looking for, but this negative root 3 over 2, we have to make sure we don't miss that. So because that's negative, that tells me, okay, it's not this 60-degree angle. Let me go ahead and put the same triangle in the bottom half. So if I do a 60-degree angle down here, where this is our 60 degrees, really it's just like we're flipping our triangle down. Heading over to the right is still going to be a 1, but what's going to change is this becomes a negative root 3 because we're going down right there. Hypotenuse is still a positive 2. So if we do sine of that angle right there, we get opposite over hypotenuse, which is a negative root 3 over 2, which is actually exactly what we're looking for. So our angle is right here. And what is this angle? It actually is going to be a negative 60 degrees. And then what is that in radians? One thing you can think about is how many times does 60 fit into 180? I know it fits in 3 times. So that's going to be a negative pi over 3.